Angela, Conrad and Angela Impact Adventures. I am not gonna lie, I am so stoked about tonight. I gotta turn this camera around and show you why. This is what we're doing tonight. Conrad, my good buddy Brad, has built a bug out vehicle. This is good buddy Don came over, and this bad boy, they're gonna show me what they did, why they did it, and I am really stoked about learning. That looks good.
Genius here was jumping on the side of it.
Hey guys, I am so stoked about this tonight. Our prepper series continues with bug out vehicles.
Two bozos.
Two bozos. No, these are smart bozos. And this guy, Brad, I can't wait to introduce him and his buddy Don. Brad's one of those guys that's good at anything he does. Ask what you want to ask.
You can even ask about the Alabama, and I'm kidding.
Oh, so I got to zoom in for the Alabama.
Probably shouldn't have that on video.
Oh, we just got that.
Alabama.
Half the enemy's already.
Oh,
Turn them
awesome.
off. We're an UT fan.
This is starting out really good.
We are in Tennessee. Okay, seriously, Brad agreed to do a video for Conrad and I. My dad owns Amco Transmissions. I was actually raised a gearhead. You probably don't know that about me. I'm the only girl with all brothers. So this really interests me. As much as I love the outdoors, I raced snowmobiles, motorcycles, go-karts growing up. My mom just took, I know, I was never behind the camera, and here I am. But I'm excited to be behind the camera for this. The series tonight is on a bug-out vehicle. Really quick, yep. Brad is a friend of Conrad's and mine. Don is a friend of Brad's, becoming a new friend of mine. I met him a few weeks ago on a medical deal we were doing.
Yeah, we're learning about medical stuff. Yeah.
Give my audience, which is kind of newbies to prepping, why would you possibly need a bug out vehicle? Give me the 101. Bug out 101 in 60 seconds. Is that possible?
60 seconds?
I don't care. We'll add it to it.
There's really 5 criteria. You want to have something that if you have an EMP event that's going to run, you want to have something that's easy to get parts for, that also has payload capacity. You can get your family in, you can get your tools in, you can get your food in, your preps in. You can't do that in a really, really small car. You can't do it on a motorcycle. And we actually had 5 criteria on one of the videos that we did, so if they want to go look at that at some point.
Very cool. I will post that underneath, you bet.
But we settled on a Chevy Suburban that has a 350 in it. They've been making the 350 since
1955.
Thank you.
The motor, as far as we're talking about the motor, the parts are real plentiful. They're cheap, very easy to work on.
Yep. Even I can work on it, and I don't really work on cars.
It is. It's the parts are just unreal. You can get them anywhere, parts stores, junkyards, in case anything goes bad.
You really can. They've been putting this in multiple different vehicles since, like you said, 54?
55.
1955. So, forever. So there's some criteria that we thought of. Also, we put gun racks in here. We did make it
Sweet.
EMP proof.
Sweet. I can't wait to take a look at that.
Full blackout night driving, so it's something that you can drive at night with all the lights off. It's got infrared cameras on it. Oh, it's an old vehicle. It's got a couple cool features to it. So I know I ran through that quickly. Good job. Thanks.
So Amco Transmissions, the big thing that my dad and brothers fight with is the computers. Oh, it's been a nightmare for the transmission business. It's computers. From a layman's term, I understand part of the reason why bug out vehicles are so effective is you get us away from that. That's why you're using older vehicles. Partially. Tell me a little bit about the computer system or lack of. Am I thinking right? Is that what?
No, it's a good thought process, and that's why the EMP device is on here. We got it from EMP Shield. It's supposed to help protect batteries and some of the electronics. Now listen, you're going to have some military guys that are going to get on here and say all kind of. I mean,
sure.
You see some of the comments. You guys are idiots. That really won't protect it. It's the only device we know of that is endorsed by not only the Department of Homeland Security but the military.
Wow.
Whether or not it really will be EMP proof, I guess we got to have a new kit to find out. So, not looking forward to that happening if it happens.
Right.
But you really got to go pre-1984.
Yeah, somewhere along in there before they got real heavy into computers. But that's one of the reasons we put that system on this thing is to protect it.
Right.
You know, and as far as we know, military, they endorse it. You know, so that's good enough for us.
Right.
Yeah, and I mean, really, the chances are. What are the chances of really having an EMP event or a Carrington event, like a lot of people talk about? And a Carrington event is the solar flare from the sun. They had one back in 18 something that fried our telegraph system. It melted the wires. And the likelihood of that happening is probably not all that great, but it could. And is this gonna protect us from that? I really honestly can't tell you, but we took the precaution that we could take to do it.
And part of taking this vehicle, like you said, because all the parts you can get, is putting an all-terrain vehicle with all the extras you guys, and I can't wait to get into it, to see on this. You keep the monies, I don't know what, 30, 40 versus 100. You could probably get up to $250,000 if you want to spend the money on a brand new vehicle. And
yeah, they make bug out.
And who's got that?
Bug out vehicles. They're $250,000.
Yeah.
And one of the things that you and I discussed was we want to make something that the everyday guy could afford.
Yeah, that makes sense, big time.
Yeah, I mean, we wanted to stay in a certain market budget with it. I mean, we did go from bumper to bumper, made the bumpers on this thing, and just try to keep it in a good market to where somebody, if they, you know, wanted a hunting vehicle, a bug out vehicle, I mean, this thing could go anywhere.
It really will. It really will.
And it's got some neat features to it.
Where are we starting? Let's dig in.
Well, I can do something simple. So you got a rack on top. It is not a true safari rack. It'll still hold 250 pounds. We put some nets on the doors and back to some extra cargo space. But the cool stuff, it might be a little bit hard to see with the camera, everything overhead is a full metal rack running all the way down the center of the vehicle. You can see that there is a gun rack up top, and then there's adjustable net in the middle, like a cargo net as well.
Yeah, I actually can. I can see it hanging down.
Yeah, that's a good point there, Don. Thank you. There we go. So we did LED lighting. We'll check out all the old lighting. Yeah, we took out
there you
all
go.
the old lighting. So you've got
This is the top of this.
gun rack up there. Yeah, kind of cool.
Wow.
You can hang on that. It's not coming off.
Right.
Yeah, it's
So worst case scenario, I'm grabbing a workout in here. You can.
Yeah, you get a workout in there, I'm sure.
Cool.
Don, do you have a gun on you? Actually, just walking on the other side.
That's a silly question. When the patrons state of shooting stuff.
All Texans carry a gun. I don't know that.
Hi, boo-boos. We got the doggies out here.
So
We got a double video going on. This is your youngest son. You want to introduce yourself real quick?
My name is Rylan, and
he's awesome.
And I'm videoing you videoing. How you feel about that? And you're videoing me videoing you videoing. Okay.
So every door's got a
Check that out.
it's a magnetic gun
Look at that.
holder,
That's good.
little holster. So there's one on every
That's
single
good.
door, and then the two front seats have Molly connectors. Those are really tactical seat covers.
Yeah, Conrad loves all his backpacks. I have that. Sweet.
But all the doors
Oops,
have
sorry,
them.
buddy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, boo.
There's one on every. There's a gun thing on every single door. You don't want your gun back, do you?
yeah, I
Don?
do. It might come in handy.
Tell me the year of this again. You already said
So
it.
this is a 91.
91 Chevy Suburban.
Yes, and it's got on the engine and
Good finish on
drivetrain
that.
have about 500 miles on it. And so, you know, if somebody went out and bought a brand new full-size Suburban like this, they're $90,000.
Oh, I know. Deuce.
And this one literally has a brand new engine, a brand new transmission. We've got it listed on eBay right now.
Do you mind me asking for what?
23.5, I think, something like that. You can do this. You could do this yourself for probably, I don't know. Gosh, we got $1,200 just to paint on it, don't we?
Yeah, we got a lot of money in just the paint and the bumpers. I handmade the back bumper. We've done the front one there. We had to do a lot of modifications because it's got a winch on it on the outside.
Yeah, the worn winch that's on there's a $1,200+ winch.
Yeah.
So tell me, when did you get the idea to make this?
We watched some.
Brad, just get like a couple foot closer to him so I
I'm
can get
sorry,
you.
yeah.
No, you're good. Just so I can.
We watched some other videos that some guys put up, and it wasn't complete. There was always something missing on every vehicle. You can do something a lot better than this for a vehicle, but they're $250,000.
Yeah, then there's where you come into where we first started shooting this thing, you know, and building it. You're getting in you can spend tons of money, you know. We wanted to keep it to where, you know, somebody that likes to have a tactical vehicle / hunting vehicle to go do stuff in, you know, keep it at a reasonable price.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because come on, it is their second or third vehicle, depending on what they've got in the house. Guessing, how long would it take you if you had?
If it was our full-time job and we
Yeah.
just sat down and worked all the way through,
I can't see the dog.
what, Don, 3 months?
What are you doing, Boo?
Yeah, it'd be 3 to 4 months.
3 to 4 months,
that's
hardcore. If you had
yeah, and
20
that's
plus
putting-
hours a week to put into our day.
You'd put some
Week.
serious
That's
hours.
amazing.
Well, and the only reason to take that long is because, you know, you're really like brand new engine. So this is a pulled engine, brand new engine in. Rebuilt transmission, completely pulled and a reman transmission put in. All those things, then you stop and wait. All those things take a lot of time.
Yeah, and going through everything to make sure, you know, it's dependable, reliable. I
Yeah.
mean, that's the key. You know, it looks good sitting out in the yard, but
If
it
it don't
ain't
run
no good
anywhere.
if it don't run. And
Yeah.
you know, you got to pile in it and you got to bug out somewhere.
Yeah.
It's got to be dependable.
A little secret about the
So-
transmission business. People
Yeah.
don't want to know the truth. 1 in 4 transmissions come back.
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
25%.
Wow.
Oh, I know about the transmission.
Yeah, and so,
Yeah, I built it. So we have another bug-out vehicle.
or is it the opposite? 1 out of 4 stay out. I forget. I saw with Amco, you know, they make it right because you got the 12 months warranty. But yeah, it's not a fun.
Yeah. Yeah, we've driven this one enough that we know it's
Yeah.
solid.
But you know, it's like you say the hours, like the bumper, you know, like the back bumper. I have
behind you.
that, and you know, it don't look real elaborate, but to
It
to
looks
make everything.
real
I
strong.
mean, it is extreme. You know, you
Back
can
over that
back
tree.
over a tree and not worry about it. But you know, getting everything lined up and cutting pieces, you know, it takes as a fabricator. That's what I am. I mean, it takes a lot of time for this. You know, and people don't take that in consideration.
You asked about hours. I'll bet you've got 60 hours just in the front. Well, because I worked on it a lot
Yeah.
with you on the front bumper. Probably,
Yeah.
I bet we got 60 hours just in the bumper.
And the reason being is because a lot of your vehicles, the winch is up under the bumper, and we didn't have that luxury. So we had to make I had to make a whole new bracket, brace it from the backside and everything, and put that winch on the outside. So that was a major undertaking.
If a businessman saw this video and he did not have the time, but he had the finances and he had a vehicle, would you entertain the idea of talking to someone in building them a vehicle? You don't have to say yes. I'm just asking the question.
I've got 2 in the shop now.
So,
Yeah,
so maybe come purchase one of those. Oh my goodness, he loves you.
Come on, stay down. We got one out back that is. I've ordered to redone the transmission. It's mine. I haven't had a chance to do my own. I mean, you and I both got our own stuff going on. This is
Yeah.
So we got this one and 3 others total because you got that one and you got 2 in your shop. So they can call and make an offer on one of those.
They can buy this one.
They
and
can
just
buy
go
this one.
ahead and
I
save
think
them
this is
5,
amazingly
6 grand.
priced. I'm about ready to talk to Conrad.
You know, you can throw your guns in there and everything and go.
I think you just heard Donnie say you can throw your guns in there and go. How smart is it to turn a dirt bike into a... they don't put computers on those, do they?
Yeah,
They
new
do.
ones They do. Well, yeah, most of the new ones have some type, at least electronic ignition. A lot of them.
Yeah.
I got the idea because I saw the guy and a girl flying in front of me on 2 dirt bikes that they had crossed over into street legal. But they're, you know, doesn't take too much. You just got to be able to. But I thought, now that's not a bad idea. On road, off road, you can't carry very much. You got to be able to. Well, you're basically packing out what you can carry in your backpack.
Here's the short answer. If you're gonna use dirt bikes to bug out somewhere, you better have a toy hauler to go behind something like this to put your dirt bikes on. Because if we have an event where we have a meltdown, you realize how exposed you are driving a motorcycle down the road. You're so exposed. Now, if you got a toy hauler to get your bikes to where your trail is, to get to your cabin, that's
Yeah.
completely different. But there's a lot of great books. There's a series called 299 Days. There's another series called Going Home. Finding Home, written by A. American, I think, A. American. It talks about what happens to the open road when society melts
You
down.
can have that. I don't care at all. Sorry. The dog stole my water.
Time,
If I don't mind that. I want to grab this so he doesn't make that a chew toy. Yeah, we'll let the dog stay entertained with the water. There we go. Is that good?
That's really fun, right?
Brad's keeping this dog for a week.
Pastor's going to get the dog back sooner, I think. Dirt bikes are great, but not for leaving any type of a metropolitan suburban area. You're really exposing yourself to everything.
People are looking for them, and I gotcha. So talk to me a little bit. I might use this or not use it. Would you guys consider yourself preppers?
Well, Proverbs in the Bible says, "Consider the ant who stores up in the summer for the winter." I think it's a biblical principle that we're all supposed to prepare.
Boom.
Am I gonna go dig a hole and have an underground bunker like some people that I really? Sorry if you do that. I think you're a little whacked out. But we're supposed to prepare.
Yeah, my thing is people. They say, "Are you a prepper?" And I'm like, I take care of my family.
Yeah.
And whatever that takes to take care of my family is what I am.
Agree. I am new to this completely, and I did the video on the nutrition part because I did see what the preppers are doing for food, etc. And so I just did and in learning of what people are doing, it just made sense to me to take it back to what we were doing not too long ago. Everybody prepared. They had pantries of 6 months to 5 years of food.
Root cellars.
That they ate from. You eat from the front of your pantry, you rebuild the back of your pantry. It's not rocket science. No. So that's what I started.
What just happened this year, you went to stores.
Couldn't wipe your tail.
And we didn't have any
Which
food on
is
the
a whole nother
shelves.
story.
We look like a third world country.
And we're fighting over it. Matter of fact, we're ready to pull guns over toilet paper.
Yeah. And then I had some friends of mine that says, "Man, all I got in my house is a can of biscuits and a couple of packets of Kool-Aid. What do you got?" And I'm like,
well, and here's an easy way to answer it. The Department of Homeland Security tells every American you need to have at a minimum 72 hours of food and water in your house. That's what they say. A minimum of 72 hours. That's the Department of Homeland Security. Okay? If you really think about Katrina, think what happened up in Long Island, New York, 5 years ago when the hurricane came through. Panama City, Florida was destroyed in October of 2018, and people were without power for months down there. That kind of stuff really is not all that unheard of. No. Although it happens in isolated areas, it happens.
Yeah.
Well, and it's happening more and more abundant now.
Agreed.
And people that used to laugh at us because we were doing some storage and prepping and stuff. Now we don't look so stupid as they used to call us. They're like, "Oh, you're feeding your family, and I'm sitting over here eating a pack of cookies."
Right.
Yeah.
So the point is not for us to be the only ones prepared. The point is to get the word out so that other people will take, and everybody can get prepared. So our friends and family aren't in those desperate situations because you can't. When you've prepared, you got a big family. Donna, I don't know about yours, but you can only store so much food in one house.
Yeah.
Or,
and this thing right here will get you, if the society breaks down and you got to go get some friends or some families that y'all got something worked out. This baby right here, she's ready. She'll get you there at night with no lights on.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. It's really hard driving at night with cameras, though, because you got to watch the screen up on the dash is all black and white because it goes into night mode, and it's
you can't run 60 miles an hour.
No, about 35 is as fast as I can go.
That's all you want to go. So, Brad, tell me about your YouTube channel and where they can go to get all this in intricate levels of.
So, Security Allstar is
Security Allstars.
Our website, and it's our YouTube channel. We got 400 videos. A lot of them are dedicated to ammo, gun, prepping. Most of it's security because we started as a security company 18 years ago. So we're a Christian family-owned business and trying to share some news about how to take care of yourself.
I want to turn this around real quick. I just want to say thank you to these two guys. I'm all excited using my selfie stick that Michelle Nichols gave me. Brad,
Thanks, Michelle.
Right? So Brad and I have an interesting dynamic. I like to get people healthy, and he likes to keep them safe. And Don supports Brad in the country area. You live a ways out here, dude. It took me. I live in Greenbrier, and I'm country. It took me an hour to get here.
If my wife wouldn't divorce me, I would live further out. Just
We do have electricity though.
That's awesome.
we don't have a toilet though.
No
No, I'm
toilet?
kidding. I'm kidding. We got it.
I did graduate high school in Alaska. A lot of my friends didn't have toilets. In Alaska, it's
Yeah.
not fun. It gets like, 40, 50 below. All right, signing off. Thanks, guys.
Yeah. Thanks.
Hope
Appreciate
you
it.
enjoy
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Thank you.